Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, my name is Karisa Aprilian Zalia with NPM 23312204 from Informatics 23C. In this video, I will explain about data collection. What is data collection? Data collection is the process of gathering information to answer research questions or test hypotheses. It helps researchers to understand a problem, analyze patterns, and make decisions based on fact rather than assumption. In simple words, it means finding the right information from the right sources in the right way. And then there's types of data. There are two main types of data that researchers usually collect. First, primary data. This is data collected directly by the researchers. Examples include surveys, interviews, or experiments. Secondary data. This is data that already exists and was collected by someone else. Examples are books, journal, reports, and online database. And then, for example, if I create a questionnaire for UT students about their study habits, that's a primary data. But if I use statistics from the university website, that's a secondary data. And then there's techniques of data collection. Now let's move on the main part, the techniques of data collection. There are several techniques researchers use depending on their goals and the type of information they need. First of all is observation. Observation means watching and recording behavior or events as they happen. This method is often used in education, physiology, or social research. For example, a teacher observing students in the classroom to see how they interact during group work. The advantage of observation is that it gives real natural data, but the disadvantage is that it can be time consuming. And then there's an interview. An interview is a direct conversation between the researcher and the respondent. It can be face to face, by phone, even online. Interviews can be structured with set questions, semi-structured, or unstructured, more like a free discussion. This method helps collect detailed and personal information. However, it can take a lot of time and sometimes people may give best answer. And then a questionnaire or survey. A questionnaire is a set of written questions distributed to many people to collect information. Surveys are very popular because they are fast and easy to analyze. They can use multiple choice questions, Likert scales, or open-end questions. For instance, asking 100 students how satisfied they are with online learning is a survey method. The advantage is that it can reach many people, but the responses may be less detailed. And then there's a document or record analysis. This method involves collecting data from existing documents, records, or archives. It's useful in historical or organizational research. For example, analyzing student attendance record to study learning behavior. It's efficient because the data already exists, but the challenge is that the document might be incomplete or outdated. And then there's experiment. An experiment is a scientific method where the researcher manipulates on one variable and observes its effect on another variable. It's often used in science, physiology, and technology. For example, testing or how different types of background music affect student concentration while studying. Experiments can show cause and effect relationship, but they require careful control and setup. And then conclusion. To sum up, data collection is the backbone of every research project. We've discussed the main types of data and 5 techniques. observation, interview, questionnaire, document, analysis, and experiment. Each play an important role in helping researchers collect accurate and relatable data. Maybe that's all I can say. If there are many pronunciation mistakes, I apologize. I'll end with wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.